welcome everybody to the Conway Joint Select Board Finance Committee meeting for Tuesday, February 17th. I'll call the meeting to order. Since we have some guests, we're just gonna move down the line to new business. First item on new business is discussion with FCAT about a member of the Select Board joining FCAT's board. And we have Jonathan Beauchene.
Thank you, sir.
Why don't you take it away?
So I'll keep this very brief because I know you have a very big agenda tonight. So we've been going through the bylaws, and one thing that I've discovered is that we should really have a select board member from each of our 4 towns on the FCAT board of directors. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. There's going to be a nice article coming out soon in the paper. I'll be sharing it. But when FCAT was settled back in 2006, world was much different. YouTube wasn't even owned by Google yet. It was barely a thing. The other thing too is we didn't have streaming. What we have was cable. Over the past 20 years, there's been a lot of technological upgrades because now, thanks to the pandemic, we now have Zoom and things are very automated. And one reason why I would like to have a select board member from each town, including Conway, is it would help guide the organization in fulfilling even though we've moved beyond cable and we're trying to get bills passed to get like streaming process, it's moved beyond cable to documenting things differently, as well as serving other technological needs. And having representation like that from the town will help us make the right decisions. Like before the meeting, I was mentioning looking into maybe something called a D10 to upgrade the Zoom, or looking at other ways to improve the audio quality, and just we do have capital money available to use for upgrades, and just see what the town needs, and having representation like that would help the organization move forward, so we make sure that everybody's represented and we're making the right decisions. So we have 4 towns. Conway, so interestingly, it went back in 2006. It was originally Deerfield, Sunderland, and Whately, and apparently because Conway was part of like the whole frontier South County area, we didn't charge you Conway anything, but we did services for you. And then Conway, I believe, joined about 5 years later, is when the contract negotiations were done. So you guys have a different contract than when Deerfield, Sunderland, and Whately, because Conway's was negotiated right before the pandemic, and then Deerfield, Sunderland, and Whately were in the process of wrapping up negotiations. Or I may have spoken too early. We're still doing negotiations for them, because that contract comes up for renewal at the beginning of next year, end of this year.
I was gonna vote for Erica because she's not here, but
I was
she's
gonna
also-
vote for Erica because she was also tech.
yeah, she's also on FERCog. She's a representative for FERCog. Now I can take that over. I am the backup for FERCog. I just don't want to give her both. But I will make a motion to make Erica Goldman the select board representative for
And
FCAT.
I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, Erica. Hope you feel better.
Congratulations, Erica.
So I'll just talk with her about the FCAT, or
And if you
FERCog.
want, I could come up before another select board meeting and just kind of fill her in on what we're doing before the meeting takes place.
Yeah, she's not planning on rerunning, so after July we'll have to have a new.
Okay.
Unless we convince her otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
But thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's definitely talk about upgrades.
Yeah. It's always good seeing you on the big screen every time I go to the movie theater.
Oh, you see my trailer
That's right.
advertising the 40s movies. Well, thank you very much.
Excellent.
I'm not going to say more because I don't want to use my platform to advertise my ventures. So on that note, you all have a lovely night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, we're not quite at 6:10 yet, so we will move up to the top of the agenda. Vote to approve minutes for February 9th. I looked those over. Excellent as always, Mr. Reed. So I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meetings attended by select board members. I have none.
And it had school committee last week where we were going over the budget. Trying to make some decisions about what to present. They, are trying to be very responsible, and with all the hikes, it's a challenge. Their capital requests will be fairly low, yet I do think they should move forward with them. One is they've been going through the school and replacing carpeting with laminate flooring. That's really kind of a no-brainer nowadays, so they were on schedule for a couple more classrooms. We kind of felt they need to still pursue that. And it's, if anybody's been to the grammar school lately, the front curb area where the kids all come in and out is deteriorating rapidly. It's like the curbs break off and fall, and it's really getting to be a hazard. They've done a lot of patch jobs and whatever, yet I think it's your whole entrance to your school, and it's a safety hazard, so I think they may have to go forward with a capital request for that too. But it's still in the decision-making process, but, so that's where they're at.
Does the Board of Health have to weigh in with the sidewalk in terms of ADA issues, if that's having
I'm
deteriorated?
sure they will at some point, but I asked for some real quotes instead of just talk,
Wishful thinking.
I wanna see numbers,
Yeah.
because, if anybody's been to Deerfield Elementary School, when they did that recent construction project, they redid the whole front of that school. Looks very fancy, but I don't know what that was, why they, I don't know what that was about, but, so.
Well, they will be part of our ADA self-evaluation that's
Oh,
just
good.
going on now, so I'm sure something will
Yeah,
come up. They're gonna be touring all of our buildings and some of our parks and stuff to give us advice.
Is there any reason Eversource needs to be here?
No, I don't think so.
Jose, I'm not sure you're on the right date. We have no, agenda for Eversource today. Okay,
Okay.
move on to
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
We don't have anything on our agenda today for Eversource, so you might want to check your schedule. There's nothing, for Eversource to speak to in this meeting.
Oh, I actually was on my way there. I was actually going to attend the meeting. I'm actually about to be 27 minutes away.
Is that the Board of
Okay,
Health?
so,
Is that a different meeting? Because this is the select board.
oh, I'm not sure. I believe, when I went to your website, I know.
Check the website.
who's meeting next week?
They may be coming in a little, I don't know. But we don't have anything on the agenda tonight for the select board for Eversource.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on to public comments. Any public comments? Nope, no unfinished business.
We could probably do the right to farm. So she
No,
just-
Amy's
Well,
not-
we have
Susan's not.
6:10.
No, isn't she right to farm?
No, Susan.
Oh, we need them both?
Isn't Susan coming?
Oh,
Okay, so it's almost 6:10. Why don't we just go ahead? Finance, do you wanna open your?
Sure. I make a motion to open the Finance Committee meeting jointly with the Select Board. So 9, yes.
Great, thank you very much, Finance Committee.
I make a motion to approve the February 9th Finance Committee meeting minutes.
How about
As presented.
and also November 17th?
I don't know if we did last time. November 7th, yeah, approved minutes of November 17th.
Okay,
No,
okay.
as presented. Care to second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, sorry.
All right, yeah, thank you. So, since we have Chief Bates showed up very early, we're going to go ahead and start with, Department 210, Police Department. Chief, thank you for joining us.
Of course.
Didn't have a choice.
Not really.
I know, it's hard to read up there.
Get rid of columns G through L, hide that.
Yeah, that'll hide this, so if that's okay with,
Oh, you're the
No,
only
that's fine,
department to
'cause I
lower,
don't have that on mine, so my bad.
only department to lower postage. There we go.
I see what you're doing. I don't have that printing because I accidentally deleted it too.
oh, that down there, down below?
No, I've saved that, but that other
Oh.
stuff that was in there, the asterisks.
Okay.
I can't remember, did we group in training to something else last year, or didn't even have that?
I don't think we had it.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 lines for training.
Yes, you're absolutely right. There is. Would you like me to speak on that? 'Cause I
If you
can't.
want to go ahead, just present the budget as you.
So-
Yes.
So as far as the training goes, so yes, I guess there are 2 different training items. One is under salary, and the other one is under expenses. The training that's under salary, every officer is supposed to go through 40 hours of training every year, and it's never been in the budget before because we've been able to kind of absorb it because we have nobody that's ever wanted to work theoretically for us. That has changed, and now we have a group of people that like working, so that hourly rate of 51, or the 51,376, that's getting used up a lot more than it ever has. So trying to absorb that 40 hours of training within that budget there is just becoming more and more difficult. So that's when I talked to Veronique, and she's like, well, maybe we need to get a different line for that. And I've talked to a bunch of other chiefs in the area, and they also have a line for that. So, or maybe they just put it into their regular hourly rate, but I thought it'd be more transparent to kind of separate it. So,
And how does that differ from training on line 14?
so the other, I have no idea what line we're on, but the other training and expenses,
Oh,
that's,
sorry.
you know, I
If you're
don't
looking at
have
that,
line
I'm
number.
yeah.
So that training there is for stuff that's above and beyond the 40 hours that are required.
Mhm.
So that 40 hours that's required, a lot of it's online training, but there's a lot more that's starting to become in-person training. I actually took the majority of an online class today, and I personally feel you get more out of it in person. So I'm gonna start probably weaning my people towards going to in person, because the online is just, you gotta sit there, you gotta click this, you gotta click that. And then if you get interrupted because you get a phone call and you get halfway through that slide and you don't see the end of it and click next, you have to repeat that slide, and it's very time consuming in my opinion. So it's easier just to get that, plus you get the camaraderie with other officers from the area that go to the online, or in-person training. So that's the difference between the trainings. And this training down here also includes like my yearly, training for the Mass Chiefs of Police as well. Let's see, I guess I'll just keep going. Going to radio fees, I don't foresee a change in that one. Postage, yes, got it down $25, you're welcome. I contemplated going down to 50, but I'm like, I don't wanna short myself. Dues, they're going up. They're not going up drastically, but there are little bits and pieces, you know, if we have 2 associations like Mass Chiefs is going up in Western Mass Chiefs, so that's probably about the $200 range there. Training's the same, gasoline, the prices don't seem to be going down like thought they might. So Plus now we also have the 2 cruisers, so not that that's a huge difference, because only one technically is used at a time, but we do have the clinician shifts where we do offer up one of our officers to be there for the clinician to drive her and deal with crisis calls, which has been very helpful for us. Office supplies, I kept it the same. I have no idea what the new space is gonna look like. So, I don't, and equipment, I have no idea what to tell you about that one. It's never been anything in there historically, so I've left it blank. Vehicle maintenance, I went up $500. That's just a shot in the dark, because I have no idea what the agent Tahoe's gonna do. The mechanic, I will say, just did an oil change a couple weeks ago and said it's in really good shape. Besides the big big dent in the cruiser that was done by our highway department on a really icy road. So it really wasn't their fault. Software, there is a program called PMAM that I was able to pay for, because I didn't have it in my budget for this fiscal year. So I paid for it out of another, I can't remember exactly where it was, but I found another place to pay for it. But that is a program where all of my policies and procedures goes into, and it keeps track of who has viewed the policy and procedure, and it's a great tool. Greenfield PD used to use it. Montague PD is adapting it now under their new chief as well. So I really liked it, and I talked with Kenny Wimet. Him and I went to a vendor show last April, and we both agreed that that would probably be beneficial to the town of Conway. So I'm still trying to roll that one out. Let's see, uniforms, I've left those level, even though I can't believe how much a stupid shirt like this costs. This is about $100 right here. By the time you do the flag and the embroidery on it, and it's crazy.
Flare.
Flare.
Your flare.
He doesn't have enough pieces
Yeah.
of flare.
I don't, I wear a vest that was free from the Mass Chiefs of Police Association, which I really like. So that's about it.
Okay, so office supplies, the reason you have the note, what about new space, is because you're probably gonna need furniture? But
So
potentially.
here's my take on it. We're moving into a new building. I know Chris and I may differ on this one,
Yeah,
but if you're going into a new space, it'd be nice to have something that was a little bit newer or
I
desks.
agree.
yeah.
So it's just, you go into a new space and people come in to visit you and they look at
You
that
don't want-
desk from like 1941,
I totally agree.
and it's just like,
It's a classic.
but I do, I mean, that being
It's a
said,
dump.
my desk that I have now could buy me some time for sure. But I don't know what my
By
part-timers.
the time you move it out of the 3rd floor, I doubt it.
Well, he got it up there.
I did get it up there.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm doing. I am saving chairs. Like my wife got rid of her chair, really good condition, so I saved it. Because I'm gonna bring that, because I'm like, somebody can use it. It's in good shape still. So I
Okay, so
am trying to.
and the Tahoe might last another, if we're lucky, 2 years.
So I was gonna put that on the budget for this year, but I decided not to, because I think I could easily get another year out of it after talking with the mechanic. But that is something to throw out there that it is getting up there. Age-wise it is, mileage-wise it's really not, which is kind of what's saving us. So there's no major rust or anything. He went through and changed the rear differential,
Yeah.
blue dot, whatever it is, I'm not a
What-
mechanic.
What year is it?
That's a 2018. So, I mean, it is,
With
It
a
is
ton of
starting to
idle
get there.
time. Tons of idle time.
and it has a lot of idle time. It's got less idle time now, but now that we actually got a crew that's working, it is being used much more often.
Have we sprayed the undercarriage on that?
I'm gonna say not under my tenure, but it is something that my mechanic has said that he wants to do to the next fall to both of them. So,
It saves those trucks.
Mhm.
but I don't know if Kenny, do you know if Kenny did?
I don't.
Okay, I don't think he has, but,
It's totally worth the investment in that.
so that is something I will look into.
The body usually goes before the engine does.
Yeah, so that's something we just have to think about, that cost over, coming up over the next few years. The pickup with the uplift was 65 total, 75,
85,
85?
just under 85.
I was way under.
But, yeah. But that being said, there's a whole bunch of options out there. And I don't wanna say that I want a Tahoe, or I want another pickup. There's also the Police Interceptor, which is the Ford Explorer looking. People in this town tell me that it can't be used, it's not big enough, it's not heavy enough.
What is it now? What's
It's a
it?
Tahoe.
What? What's it?
Chevy,
Oh, okay.
Chevy Tahoe. I used one in lately just about, since they came out, and I loved them. So, I know many other towns use them as their frontline cruiser. So personally, I think we might be able to get away with one of those. Something that's maybe all-wheel drive, that can get us around, put some good tires on it. State troopers use them, some of them hate them, some of them love them. So, it's just an option that will be looked at, but I will not get a car.
Okay.
I don't even think they make them anymore.
Crown Vic?
I love the old
Office supplies, I haven't seen your space over there, is it just one big room, is it
It's two.
two offices?
Yeah, like finally have my own office, I
Yeah.
can lock up stuff that
Yeah.
nobody should have access to. And then the officers will have their space, and I did give them the bigger space, I took the smaller one.
Yeah,
Cause every time I went in the bigger one, I'm like, I just don't feel it, I go in the smaller one, I'm like, yeah, this just feels better. So I did take the smaller one, which I'm perfectly fine with.
but you probably need rugs, lighting,
Conway
filing
Mall.
cabinets,
Couches, sleepers,
yeah.
no, I don't need it. Don't need
I
that.
agree with not putting in a bunch of crap there, I mean, we just spent all this money on a brand new place, doesn't mean need to go high end either.
No,
Of course you wouldn't,
definitely
but,
not.
Conklin Furniture and,
I did drive down there under a recommendation from somebody and talked with a guy, and he's like, call me, I can come up, but
they will come up, they will measure the space that we buy all our, at the nonprofit I work for, he gives you good deals, especially the police department.
so that, and there's also one in Greenfield, I got the name, Conti.
Yeah.
Conklin's better,
Okay, I don't know,
yeah,
I've never shopped, I always get secondhand stuff.
yeah, no, and they have really, like, it doesn't look like it's used furniture, it's like, nice. But he'll give you a deal on it.
You think BPD has these kinds of discussions?
Probably not.
BPD, Boston Police Department. Yeah, everybody bring their chair from home. Yeah.
Any other questions for the chief?
Any questions?
And I don't have that other part, I think that explains some of the training.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have it on ours.
Something along the lines of if you take the 4 officers times 40 hours, it's a
Yeah.
26. It's-
Yeah,
I think it comes out to, it may have been 41.58 or something.
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty,
Alright,
Yeah, great.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
chief.
Thank you.
So nothing else, that was easy.
Yeah.
Nope.
good for now.
For everyone else, I might divert here. Susan and Amy, do you think we can, in 5 minutes, we can probably get through? Okay, we're gonna,
I
Trent-
think it's gonna take longer to explain the future.
the future?
Yeah.
Okay, do you mind if we just do our fire chief real quick?
No.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to Department 220, Fire Department, with our new chief. There you go. Chief Herman,
Yeah,
welcome.
so I tried to get a budget together about the same week I was appointed.
Mm.
That was exciting.
Welcome to the job.
Most everything stayed the same as far as, equipment, phone, training, supplies, maintenance. The difference was we will no longer need 2 deputy chiefs positions. One of those will be an officer in charge of state and federal reporting. Everything in Mass is switching to a new system, and we have somebody that's been working on that, and it is some time spent getting the programs up and running, and then every call we go on, they have to enter individual info. So that was that position. And then the other deputy chief is working with him a little bit on that, but is also going to be not taking over, but assisting with inspections. So that was just the little changes there.
Got it.
You know, the labor, my training and payroll are rolled into the same line item. I really, it's kinda, we have 18 people right now, it's a little bit of a shot in the dark as to where payroll comes out, because we pay at training, and you could have 5 people in training, you could have 18.
Okay.
The required ones are easy, but the general Wednesday,
How many people
I
are
didn't-
on the force right now?
18 right
Yeah,
now.
that's wonderful.
Great.
Other than that, any questions for me on this stuff?
Just a refresher too, that last year, you all had decided that stipends, you needed to make a request, it wasn't an automatic COLA. So Chief Herman had put in just a 2% there, just so you're aware.
We haven't decided our.
You haven't decided on your COLA yet.
Yeah. Okay.
And still no word on the pumper?
Oh, you mean the earmark?
Yes.
I have to fill out all these forms, for USDA, and I need help from her, and she's on vacation,
Okay,
so.
we'll wait on that though.
You had asked me to get you rough ideas.
Yes.
We've met with one company, we're meeting with another one this Wednesday, and then a third one on the 24th. After that, I'll have pretty good
Perfect.
ideas.
She'll be back by then, and then I can fill that out on there, yeah.
Great.
Other than that, I did have one thing for the selectmen, it was a grant application.
Okay.
I don't know if I spoke with you on this or not. New fire building, washer and dryer, commercial washer and dryer.
Okay.
Fire service puts a priority on it because of cleaning gear.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, it could be used for any of the other stuff other departments had, but, 10,500, I just need you guys, have the form for you, I'll be submitting my stuff in a couple of days.
Sure. We will look forward to that.
Excellent.
Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah, nothing but, replacing turnout gear, the PFAS and all that, the 17 is good?
Yes, right now it is, yes. We are a little low on people, but yeah, our gear, again, looking at a couple different suppliers or a different supplier we haven't used in a few years, I'm comfortable with where we are right now.
All right. Thank you.
Is that for the select board to sign? The
Yes,
grant
it's our
authorization?
in-house form that you,
Yeah, okay, so we can just have
I'm just
her
gonna
sign.
leave it with you.
Great,
Yep.
perfect, yeah.
Awesome, thank you
Well,
very
thank you
much.
for stepping up and for all the other
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
firefighters for stepping up.
And we'll
Really
get you a new
appreciate it.
pumper truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully, like I said, in a couple of weeks, we'll have some better ideas of what we're doing.
Great.
A lot of those companies, they just can't show up in a drop of a dime. There's only
Right.
so many
Right.
reps around for this stuff.
Right. Awesome. Sounds good.
Thank you, Chief Herman. Shauna, we'll move on to you, but it's gonna take a little while, so.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, great. We're gonna move on back to new business. The second item, last item on new business is update on final 2 right to farm signs. We have Susan Schroeder and Amy Anderson joining us again. Come on up.
Bring a chair.
All right, so we're talking about the final 2 signs.
Yes, and it ends up being one.
Okay.
Amy had the option of doing 6 signs or 1 sign,
Mhm.
and she settled on 5, so one of the signs will be duplicated.
Okay.
So we still will have 6 signs.
And can you see it from there? Or do you want me to
Yeah.
come over there?
Yes. Oh, we can see
Oh,
that.
we can see it.
Okay, so just to refresh you, these are the ones that are done.
Yep. Love it.
One,
Yeah.
this one. And then the one I'm gonna show you here is close to done, but
one?
Yeah,
Very
this is
nice.
the Belgian pear.
Yeah.
And keep that in mind, because I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, okay, so, this is more than the signs. This is a character, one of the major characters of Conway. This is about having the right to farm. And, I was, for the people that don't know, I was on the Agricultural Commission back in 2015, and one of the three people that got modified the right to farm bylaws and took them to the town meeting, okay, for ratification. And so, I'm a little slow, but we're finally getting the signs up. So, what I wanna do is, while we do this, the signs are beautiful, they're beyond anything I think any of us imagined. So what I wanna do is I wanna try to introduce the signs to the town with similar kind of standards, as close as I can get. And I want to create excitement about it. And just to give you an idea, this is what I've already written to go into the current, which will probably go in May. Borderline April, but it depends on when Ron can get the signs in. And two of the signs are gonna be in muddy areas, so I think it might have to be May that he gets them in. So I'm just gonna read this, because this is the beginning of this conjuring up this kind of energy. I'm gonna read one paragraph. Imagine tasting the most delicious syrup from Conway's veered old sugar maples, hearing the clanking of the horses' harnesses at work, smelling the sweet newly mown hay, and eating eggs from your neighbor's truly free-range chickens. This is Conway. We have our own beef, milk, honey, CSA, vegetable, herb, and tree farms, all gifts from our Conway neighbors. And we have an abundance of woodland trails for our pleasure horse enthusiasts. We are a right to farm community. Okay, so, right there. I found out last week, I met somebody that's been here for a while, had no idea we were right to farm community, none. So I'm starting to think that if people, because we didn't have signs, if people didn't go to the 2 town meetings that involved us, they might not know. So I figured that at least 50% of people don't, so I'm doing that. And then at the very end, and so there's an explanation and that whole thing. Then at the very end, I say that I'm always embarrassing her. I like to embarrass her. The result of Amy's work are beautiful signs that residents of Conway will be proud to call their own. Grab your kids and take a tour in May. See if you can find all 6 signs. Okay? So that's the first engagement. The second engagement involves, are those the horses? The horses. They are beautiful horses. So we have named, Amy in particular, but have named the other signs. They all have names. These guys don't. So what we want, and so I'm thinking of a concentration of some of the pages on the current that hasn't been approved. I don't know what's going to happen. But what I would like is for the introduction, I'd like to have a sign. I think I've decided on the goat because of the colors. I thought that would be nice. And then the other is the horses. So we have named the horses on the right to farm sign. So we're going to do that. And I got that all written out, which may or may not be well done. But it's basically entrance must live in Conway. Homemade entry forms and multiple entries per person will be accepted. Entries must be postmarked no later than May 30th, and that the artist and the town select board will choose the winning names. So I figured at first what will happen is that we'll ask, Lori could collect the entries. Amy and I will get them, open them up, and go do a first run of them. And then maybe Amy will choose like 10 or 12. And then you go to the select board, because I think including the select board brings in the town, you know?
Great.
So we got the artist in the town, we got the signs, and the winner will receive an autographed print of the horses and have their photo in the Conway Currents. And that will happen in July. So the town is just gonna have this whole big exposure to the fact that we're right, and don't be surprised if something doesn't happen in the recorder.
Oh, I would assume that would happen too, yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
It's a great idea.
So that's what you're doing here. Let me see, I've got a few notes.
I suspect they'll be named after David Fisher's pair.
Well, I don't know, because there's Amy the artist, and, you know,
Do you want to include Kristen Gordon, the principal of the elementary school? Because I think that would be a great place
To get
As-
the kids
Yeah,
to get the kids.
for the
interested.
kids.
Like they do the snow plows every year.
as one of the judges.
No, no.
No, just
For
choosing
naming.
names. Choosing names, just writing in names.
I mean, they
Yeah.
do,
That'd be
whatever
great.
version of
I'm not-
backpack mail they do now. I think it would be really neat if we could add something into their backpack mail with maybe some kind of,
The
something.
contest.
The contest for naming.
Trying to
them.
get the grammar school engaged in
grammar
the
school.
contest.
Outside of the, in addition to the current.
Yes.
Absolutely.
In addition to the current, yeah, and
Yeah.
I just put here, and as I said, homemade entries and everything, just
Yeah.
let everybody go, oh, I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea.
I mean, getting the kids involved would be really fun.
Great,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, so the next thing Amy needs to do, and this is all, by the way, volunteer, total volunteer. The next thing Amy needs to do is take all of her images and put them together on a banner. Remember? I remind her. And then she's finished, and then we just have the contest to do. And visual artists have the copyright automatically, that's a given. So what we would like is to contact the town lawyer, because we don't know the future, we don't know the people in the future, and have the town lawyer make a very simple contract stating that, acknowledging that Amy has the copyright, and that any use of these images will first be, people will first get the permission from Amy. So something very simple like that, and I don't know how we get about doing that, but I will be following through with this, because I want to be sure it happens.
I'm
So,
sure Verity can bring that to the town attorney.
Yeah.
yeah, and we'd
Yeah.
like to put a deadline on that. We'd like to have that signed, sealed, and delivered by the time the signs go in, are installed.
Okay, I'm actually meeting with her tomorrow, so let me,
Next week would be good.
well, I don't know what her schedule's like and what her time frame allows her to write up, but I can run that by her tomorrow when I meet with her
Okay,
and see what's
I'd
involved.
appreciate that, thank you.
Sure.
Great.
that's excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
Great.
All right.
Okay, one more thing, and this is completely unrelated. Land by my house has changed hands from Culls to Lime Quabbin LLC, very rich timber company. This is up on the Cricket Hill, Johnny Bean Road. Paid huge amounts of money, I don't wanna think about the taxes. Ugh. Anyway, the description of the land is incorrect. And Johnny Bean used to be one of my, well, it still is one of my borders of my property. And it is a discontinued road. The description in, the deed is fine, but the description says that Johnny Bean Road is actually, it uses Maggie Bean Drive, or Maggie Bean Road. I pursued this to try to figure out where the screw up happened. And I called Kestrel because they were in the newspaper article, and caught calls, and Lime Quabbin, everybody was really great to talk to. And I followed the county property tax maps, and they got sent to me, and I finally ended up with the Conway property tax map is wrong. and I think everybody needs to know this, it needs to be corrected. I've contacted Derek Bruder, and he was going, I think Leominster is where his major, anyway, he's new, he's leaving, he doesn't know how to correct the map, but he's pursuing, trying to figure out how. So what the map says on it is that Johnny Bean is there, and it makes it very clear, it says Maggie Bean Road, and Maggie Bean is shown on the map, and there are houses, but at least the map that I had, the part that I had no name whatsoever. And so my concern is, one, we wanna get it correct, two, how many other errors are there? And three, are people that think they're gonna go up to this property, which is going to be a wildlife sanctuary. Everything's gonna be left alone to mature. The logging will not happen again. It's a wonderful feature for somebody close to there, that lives close there. So, I don't want people coming up Maggie Bean Drive thinking that they're gonna go into Donny Bean, because Maggie Bean is a dead-end road. It was my
Isn't Maggie
driveway
Bean
and I
on
named
Poland?
it. What?
Isn't that by you on
Yeah, it's
Poland?
up by Chris's farm,
Yeah,
yeah, Herman's, yeah.
but we're, okay.
Have you talked to the FERCog about this? Because I think if you and I get
I did
together,
not talk to them, I talked to the buyers and the sellers and then Kestrel, because they were mentioned.
okay,
It is, and there's gonna be, this
Oh,
land
For the state land to,
is gonna be
Oh,
given to one of our,
Okay.
no.
land organizations, trustee organizations. They've got a list of who's gonna be considered. And what I was told was the decision will probably be made this summer, and that the trustees are at the top of the list.
So the new owners are gonna sell it to the trustees?
No, they are giving it. They paid almost $4 million for this land. I figured out that was $9,000 an acre. I don't want the tax people to know about that. That's like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh,
Well, it's on the public record now, yeah.
yeah,
Well, wouldn't that be, like, an assessor issue?
well, it is an assessor issue, but since we're in betwixt and between with that right now, if you and I could get together outside of this and.
well, that's why I'm talking to Derek, because he's part of the.
But Derek isn't really involved anymore, they're getting a new person, that's what I'm
Yeah.
They
saying,
tell
so.
me that.
I think it would be helpful if you and I, because I also know the person at the FERCog who does all the maps for this area.
That did our Conway property map?
Well, not the one that's on the GIS, but I would like to confer with them first and see what their records say.
Okay.
So if we could do that offline, I'm happy to help and try to,
Okay.
but it is an
The rec-
assessing issue.
The record that I got was emailed to me from the county registry of records,
Mhm.
the map I got and everything.
Yep,
Okay, well, get together with Vernie
Yeah.
and see where you can
Yeah.
go with it.
we'll untangle it.
Okay,
All right,
that's good to know.
Great.
Okay.
Well, thank you,
Thank you
Susan,
so
for
much.
your dedication and passion to this, and Amy for your beautiful drawings.
Can't wait to see those signs up.
I know, and see
It's awesome.
see who's gonna, what names.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
The contest.
Well, thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll move right back up to the joint meeting with finance and go on. Sean is here, so we'll skip over to, Department 900.
Oh, we're going to 900 first?
Isn't that why Sean's here?
He's here for 145.
Oh, let's do
He's got
it. All right,
He's got-
let's go to 145
Wherever you
then.
want.
We'll start from the lower numbers. 145 it is.
So this is the one, Sean, I think I pulled up from the email you just sent me.
Right, okay, yeah. So, with the salaries, I'm asking for an increase in hours for myself and Jolene, the assistant. These increases are with me from 30 to 36 hours and her from 18 to 24. I didn't do any change in our current pay, just increase the hours. So the
increase just as a result of the additional hours.
Just for reference, the position, for some reason, the tax collector was 20 and for some reason went back down to 18 this year.
The
which I-
assistant,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
assistant, sorry.
yeah, Laurie
Yeah.
had 20 when she
She
left,
had
and
20.
then this one is at 8.
Yep.
She's getting 18 right now, Julian.
So that's translates to you guys are having trouble keeping up with what's going on, you need more hours to be able to do that, like what's the,
Yeah, I mean,
Rationale.
that's like kind of like where I stand. Both of us agree with that. I mean, we were both fairly new. It's been, you know, really hard trying to teach her anything, like on the treasury side of things, where she's pretty much just been focused on the tax collecting side and then keying all the bill schedules. I think that's why they gave Lori up to 20 hours, because she was doing bill schedules. I mean, the difference between Joanne and Lori obviously is years of experience.
right,
So, the same with myself, you know, I mean, Jan obviously a rock star doing this for all those years, you know, and, you know, I asked her how many hours she actually put in when she was, you know, listed as 18, and I think she said somewhere like at least around 25. I'm getting 30, and I'm putting in at least 35 to 40, I do a lot of stuff at home. So that's why I was asking for the increase of 36.
do you feel like you need more time with Jan to learn the job, or do you feel like the job is now, you've got it down, or, cause in terms of efficiency, if Jan can help you do things more easily or more efficiently,
As far as the work that needs to be done, I'm aware everything needs to be done at this point. It's just a matter of, you know, being able to keep up with everything. That's been my struggle, personally, and then just not having the ability to work with Jolene on the things that I do on a daily basis. At some point, if, you know, say something were to happen, you know, she wouldn't even be able to step right in and take over, because she really would have no idea about the
Yeah.
things I do every day, you know, and that does need to change. And then even so too, she's doing a lot of stuff with the tax collecting. I mean, I had minimal exposure to that, so she's been doing it on a regular basis, so she's, you know, she could teach me some things on how she's doing, you know, because I've only got the basics down, you know, with, so she knows more about the tax title stuff than I do, and, you know, we could almost cross-train each other, but we just don't have the time, because we basically come in, we gotta get done what needs to be done, and then that's it. So there's hardly any downtime for any, to add in any training.
so you'd work like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 hours, and then a half day the midday for 36, is that what you're?
The hour-wise, I mean, we either do, you know, 4 9-hour days, or, you know, or however, break it up to 5 days. If you wanted me to do 5 days, I could work Monday through Friday. That's no problem. So,
The other thing that's happened, Sean's been hit with a lot of stuff just from the beginning. Software challenges like crazy.
oh yeah,
The latest issue we just had with information that came from the assessors and went over, and the bills were like sent out from 3 years before.
yeah. So it seems like the file that they uploaded to the state and everything was a file like 3 years ago. So I sent some examples to RGS, yeah, about you know, an example of like one property owner where for the last 3 years they've owned it, but then this year it went back to the previous owner. And we're having a lot of that, so we're getting a lot of mail coming back, a lot of people who are like, I never got a tax bill, and this is all falling on me and Jolene to try to
that's a
figure this
mess.
out.
Yes.
So it's a huge problem,
That's a
and then,
mess.
you know, we have that, and then on top of that, we got the new accounting firm, which,
Yeah.
you know, requires us to take additional steps to make extra copies, scan things, send them over to them. I've had to take on other responsibilities that, you know, things that Mike did, like, you know, doing all the checks and all these things that I wasn't doing before, so there's been more put on our plate, and yet there's no more time, so it's like, how much can I get done in 30 hours? I'm going home stressing about it, sitting there, like, jumping on, doing a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's like, you know, I don't want to do something, you know.
So why is the software almost double.
That, well, that part right there, so I noticed from the FY '26, Jan's, budget is missing missing the Zobrio, annual hosting fee of $3,150. So that FY '26 should have been higher.
Are we in the right?
I have it,
My software shows.
broken down on, there's a different,
Oh, no, the reason that got changed, you brought this down, right? This is the one that he just updated and sent to me.
Oh,
Is this because
okay.
this is, because you took out,
oh, I took out the
Yeah.
MIP,
right,
cause MIP, the payroll, our MIP payroll then was, almost 9,600. So, and I was switching us to Hawkers, which is, gonna be 7,731, but that also includes the mailings of the W-2s, the 1095, stuff that we were paying additional for. So I removed that from the postage line. So the Hopper's payroll kind of ties all in together, so it does.
Yeah, I mean, that changed it from 86% increase to 28%. Still an
Right.
increase.
right, so the reason, there's been problems with some of the software that's been used. And so Sean's been researching other, like payroll software. So the previous, correct me if I'm wrong, the previous amount had both software costs in them. So this
Yeah.
one,
Right, yes,
Yeah.
I left that one in there and added the Hopper, because I thought we were saying we're
Right.
under a contract and we were stuck in it, and
right.
we were having so much issues with them that it was kind of like we need to change, but.
Yeah,
So the FY '26, that number should have been 18,078, I believe.
this one?
Yeah, because I was looking at Jane's breakdown and she didn't have the Zobrio's, annual hosting fee of $3,150 in that.
That may have come out of,
A different budget?
Did that-
yeah, it may have come
Did that come
out
out
of
of
the
your budget?
accounting.
Oh, if that's the case, then I added it into my budget, so that would need to come out of there then, it would need to come off.
Okay.
That's 3150, that hosting fee is the same.
One second. Let me look here real quick.
What does that contract go up, do you know? We had 12,000, not 700.
Okay, so yes, can you see here, let me make this bigger. So, so that's the one you're talking about, right?
The hosting fee, yeah.
That, that came out of the accounting budget. That's why it wasn't in hers, so you can take out.
Okay, so then that can be removed from that 19.
So that's 15,993. That's a 7% increase. That's much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
When is the Zobio contract up?
Well, so they were very difficult to deal with on giving us this. But it actually is just an annual now, from what I read in their,
I read and I went through
in
their.
the contract. They gave us
their
3-year
site.
pricing,
Yeah.
but some of it was annual, and this MIP, the payroll was just an annual fee.
Right, we can get out of it with a 30-day notice.
And they upped
Written
it,
notice.
what, like $3,000 from
They
last
upped it
year.
from, well, last year was 65 something, they
Yeah.
upped it to $9,583.
So, you know, it's like, we were like, yeah, okay, I think we're switching software for payroll.
Yeah.
All right.
So how much extra does it take you now to make copies for our outsourced accounting? How much is that, what does that add per week?
We only did it once, so it kinda didn't really get a good timing on it, cause it was kind of like all just, on the fly,
Transitioning.
learning as we go, you know what I mean, what they need, what they don't need, and then, so like I have to give them copies of, all the bill schedules, all the turnovers, like all the police details, any, you know, anything that comes from the fire department, you know, inspections, all stuff, so they're getting copies of everything, and it's, where normally that would just go in the account's mailbox and he filed it with his stuff, so now we're, you know, having to send it over to them. And then they'll send the stuff over and then I have to, you know, put the warrants together like Mike was doing, do the checks like Mike was doing, and so it's just stuff that I haven't done, so last week was my first week doing it, and so I'm just trying to learn that process as well, on top of the other stuff.
Thank you.
Questions? Okay. Next.
It's me,
Oh,
sorry,
that's-
clicking. It's my annoying clicking. Do this. Remember that? That was a great finance meeting.
So we're gonna get a chance to look at this again, right?
Yes, oh, yes.
Once it's finalized.
Yes.
It feels like there's a lot of ambiguity and questions around what we've just been looking at.
Yeah, definitely.
And how solid are we on the hours estimates?
For as far as hours that I need.
That you've requested, the additional hours, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty solid on it just because I think even at this point, there is so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, it
that
sounds like
needs to
there's
be done.
some additional tasks that are
Yeah.
above and beyond the standard
Well,
job
right,
description.
above and beyond what, at least what I was doing, you know,
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah.
know, for when I started,
Yeah.
so. Again, when I go through them this week, I'll, you know, try to be more, you know, vigilant to track the time that it's taking me to.
Well, I just, yeah, I mean, just,
You know.
we're talking preliminary here,
Yeah.
so let's
Yeah.
get a sense of where you really think the number lands on the number of hours, and that sounds to me like we still have software issues we're scrambling with, and assessor issues that we're scrambling with,
Yeah,
and
I've been, you know,
transition to
emails out there with,
transition
you
to
know,
new accountants, and,
yeah.
I mean, those are three big issues.
Mhm. Yes, there are.
I do have emails out there trying to get, you know, QDS to see if there's something they could do to help us narrow down the
Yeah.
affected files, and also, Derek's boss, I can't remember his name, what was his name?
Dave Manzello.
David, yeah, he's looking into it, so I sent that last week to them.
Okay,
Diagnosis, so I'm waiting on that too.
well, you certainly have
Otherwise,
my
the only
sympathies
other
for having to deal.
Yeah, well, the other
deal
option,
with
I'm saying,
this.
we'd have to go through every tax bill one by one to see if there was changes,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
would just take
Yeah,
forever, so I'm trying to avoid that tedious task, you know? But ideally, we'd wanna get it done before the next bills go out on, you know, 4/1, so
Right,
hopefully
right.
have some answers, so we don't run into these same problems.
So explain this. This is debt owed? So why wouldn't it go down? Why is the
Where are
garage
we?
note going up?
Retirement of debt.
Um,
Oh,
there was a decision made with the garage note way back, I don't know, I don't have it in front of me, but I know you.
I have it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't, pass it, but this
which
is,
tab is it?
this is the breakdown, I highlighted
Great,
this.
thanks, so this is how it was decided it was going to work.
Oh,
And they
to
took
keep it
some out of
level
free
funded.
cash- Yes.
I understand.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So the amount that's coming out of free cash this year is going down, so the amount that's here is up.
That makes sense. I don't know if you want to see that.
I think you had requested this from us before, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any questions on that one?
Nope. No, that one's basic.
One.
This one's pretty basic too, it's just the interest we need to pay on the note.
Yep,
Mhm.
alright. 52.
Now, all of these changed, Sean, from the one that we had?
Oh, the 52, that was cause, nothing's come out of this, it was, we had one, two tax title stuff were put in the wrong GL line, so.
Oh, so this one went
So
down?
this is just it's still just $100, I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
change it.
Okay,
It's
so
for
not
that's-
701.
That's
No,
not-
no, that was,
That's
no.
level funded, so let's move on at 900.
This is the fun one, right?
This is gonna be the tough one to look at.
Now, do you want me to pull up yours, Chris?
Yes, I think it's better that the finance committee see it that way. Oh, there's the dog. All I did here was do the delta difference
Now, what do you
between,
mean by delta?
The difference.
yeah, the delta is the difference between
Oh, because
two numbers.
we have delta dentals, so I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so what you're looking at is the
Yeah,
You're just subtracting fiscal year 27 from fiscal year 26, and then the percentage between the two, right? So it's a $21,770 increase, which is almost an 8% increase. The major line we're looking at that all of us are gonna get disgusted with, of course, is health. We already know it went up 38%.
That's insane.
Oh, sorry, wait, Sean, did yours, the one you sent me, is that different from this one? Cause Chris did it off of the
no,
previous one.
No, this is right.
This, okay.
okay, so just for clarification, the FY '26 is the original FY '26 budget, not the revised that we added onto for special town meeting.
That's a good question.
I'd have to go to.
Because we
my
passed the
omnibus.
additional health insurance
Right.
requirement at special town meeting.
Right,
So you know, this is sort of that's incorrect, the delta, obviously, because,
right,
Well, July 1, it went up 18%, and then October 1, it went up 20, so it's 38% for that year.
right, but then we're
Exactly.
talking about FY '27 now, so we're
Right.
estimating it's not gonna go up another 38%.
We hope not.
The thing that you circulated said it was either 16 or 20, depending on which.
Yeah. Which brought it, yeah.
oh, I know, okay, cause you changed it, so the FY '25, FY '25, we added on, so, yeah, so in other words, I don't think these,
No.
I don't think the expended reflects the add-on of, if that's what you're asking.
No,
Yeah.
I'm asking about FY '26.
The budget, the 900.
Our current year,
The current budget year that we're in,
Right,
we've already budgeted additional monies at special town meeting for health insurance. So this 620 is
Yeah,
probably what we
that
originally.
probably isn't, because there's no way it would, because without the 100, if the 125 come off that, it would be lower than the year before.
wait a
now.
minute, where did this, I thought I had already put in here what was expended, this feels like the wrong spreadsheet, I don't know what's going on here.
So let's have a general conversation then, since we don't have precise numbers to talk about. We just said we know we're gonna get hit with another big health insurance increase.
We are.
We just don't know what the number's gonna be yet.
Estimated, yeah, he's got in here estimated at 20%.
So they're saying, they already know the HMO is definitely, the HMO and the PPO are definitely going up either 16.7,
Yeah,
I think they said, or 20%, so
Right.
it's basically,
right.
you know.
So we're putting 20.
I'm putting
in.
20, you know, to be safe. Yeah, I mean, I added some cushion in for potential other, policies, which, you know, cause people add, people change plans.
So the retirement, let's take it in order. The retirement increase, that's just due to increasing salaries?
Yeah, and this information gets.
So this is a town matching or whatever? What is the, going into
So the retirement, that comes from the Franklin Regional Retirement, they just give us, their estimate, their annual assessment, and they tell us,
This is what we
this is
have.
what they're expecting that we're gonna be contributing towards the.
Okay.
Looking at the FY '26 budget that was approved by town meeting, annual town meeting was 620, 100. At special town meeting, we voted to increase another 125,000.
Right, so the base should be 745,000.
100, that's correct.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, that answers that question. So this retirement number, we're just paying Franklin Regional, what they're telling us we need to pay.
Correct.
Okay. Unemployment, state's telling us what we need to pay there.
Mhm.
Right,
Right.
okay. Group insurance life is going down.
Yeah, I went off of, well, there are several people that, you know, retired,
Yeah,
canceled the
yeah.
policy, this is just
Okay.
going off of like,
Okay.
our active right now, how many people have it?
It's 200 bucks.
Yeah.
And Medicare is going up by 6, what is that, 4%? 8 on 100, no, it's 16%.
Yeah, 16%.
14.42%.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of those costs can we control.
Yeah, it's, you know,
We are-
trust.
It's the card we are dealt.
Yeah.
And that estimate right there includes, like a 3% COLA, that's the answer to the formula she used, just in.
Oh, so you've already built the COLA into,
That one has a 3% built.
oh, just for the,
For, you know, cause I'm obviously just trying to predict what, you know, the cost will be.
when you say that one has a, that's the unemployment insurance has a 3% COLA in it?
No, the Medicare.
Oh, the Medicare, oh, gotcha, okay.
May I ask, Finance Committee, what is the best way for me to show on these spreadsheets when town meeting we've adjusted? Because this happens, or also when we use reserve fund and increase a budget or switch a budget. What's the best way for me
Well,
to
the
show
budget's
this?
the budget, so we should put down 745,100, but I just wanna make a note that it was an increase of 125,000, that was approved in a special town meeting.
Okay, so I could just,
Yeah, you
under
already
that
have
column,
notes below, yeah.
I could just, okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make, whatever way is
Yeah,
best
I
for you,
think
because
so.
I did that on
That's
some of the
good.
spreadsheets, but I didn't do it on this one,
So when factoring in the new 745,100, the total line item increase is 12.87%.
All right, onward. This is a depressing one, don't wanna see it anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, this is pretty much the nadir of the.
It is.
the budgets and
Yep.
this was it.
Last one's FERCog.
Yep, and this is basically, they just tell us how much it
Oh, yeah.
is. So the reason, so this is how much has gone up for this particular spreadsheet, however, just so you're aware, the, CPHS, the, something Public Health Service, is paid for through the Board of Health budget. That's the inspections, sorry. That's how much, this one, Health Services. That amount right there was in the budget that Lori presented for the Board of Health. So I take that out of this because
Okay, yeah.
this account only so that's why this is minus this. So that's the total FERCog is charging us, just for transparency's sake, but this is how much is in this particular budget.
Okay.
All right,
And that's that.
and that's that.
Thank you, Finance Committee. Anything else?
Yeah.
Bowling balls and drop.
Yeah, yes, yes.
On my toe.
Oh, and maybe some good news. I could soon be your and Roy's neighbor, hopefully. Yes. So,
Oh,
yeah, hope we're gonna start this year.
oh.
So,
You're gonna break ground this year.
yes, I can't wait to
You're gonna
blast
dig
my
a
music
hole.
over to
You're
his
gonna
house.
dig a hole in the hill.
Yeah.
So you got all your access issues squared away?
Somewhat. I'm working with Mike on that, but somewhat, yeah.
Okay, good. That's good news, man. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
4 years.
All right,
All right, thank you, Finance Committee.
thanks
Wanna-
everybody.
Motion to adjourn?
Sean?
Second?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you again, Finance Committee.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back to unfinished business, because we should probably vote on
just
this.
so we'll see you
I'll make
guys
a
on
motion
Thursday.
to sign the grant application from Chief Herman for firefighter safety grant.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No items not anticipated 48 hours in advance. There's also no TA updates today. Select board member comments or concerns? None, all right. No mail, no announcements. Although the next meeting says February 23rd, the Finance Committee is not able to meet for that, so we're going to postpone that meeting or cancel it. So our next meeting will be March 2nd. We're also gonna have a guest there. It'll be Natalie Blaze, Chief of Staff. Corinne Coriat will be there. Just to, she'll be running for Natalie's position. We can ask her some questions about her agenda. Other than that, nothing else, no announcements. I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.